Welcome to my movie room. My collection has outgrown me. It's probably a very large collection to stand among those collectors on YouTube, but I don't have displays like Terminator statues, but I do have a lot of old vintage dolls, and I'm happy with that. My work's always been part-time, so you really have to be working full-time in order to buy stuff like Terminator statues, but it would be nice to have the skull, but stuff like that is very expensive, and I would rather take that money and put it into my TV shows, which I'm trying to build up more and more of my TV shows. A lot of them you can watch on Netflix, but not all the old shows are on Netflix, so you cannot find old shows. Even harder to find stuff like Doctor Who, Supernatural, so I need to have that stuff in the collection, and that's what's taking up a lot of my extra money now. But later on, I think end of the year, I'm going to come back into collecting music. Pearl Jam probably again, pick up some early stuff, and then maybe the live stuff, and then maybe some more for Dolly next year. And then I'll come into my games beginning of next year. See if I could get anything more for Atari, or try to pick something for NES, or also for Sega. I also collect on the Sega Mega Drive. Trying to get a few more things for Super Nintendo next year as well. I only got a few games there, so I do want to build that up next year. So I'm going to try to come back to more into games. Or I'm going to try to get one movie here and there, but won't be like, oh, I need to buy 10 old movies. Maybe the second list is finished. Thrifting, I'll go thrifting. Maybe I can find at least one or two movies, but found a couple of good things beginning of this summer, and now it's kind of slow again. They're marking things up. Better titles come in, $1 more here and there. Better TV shows are priced up as well, so it's hard to build a collection if they're pricing things up again. Might as well buy the whole thing together. But it's nice to have a couple things by the time you get the whole thing. So I pick out a couple of seasons here and there of something. And then I'm going to, end of the year, try to build up my TV shows again. So, see if I need anything else for movies. I think most of the old movies from my list is finished. The stuff that I wanted to watch, that Blockbuster had, I never got to rent, I never got to see. That's the stuff I've written down, not this new stuff, or Synapse Syndrome, Severance, or Arrow. Those movies are like foreign movies, like Chinese movies, so I don't collect on them. Maybe down the line I might get one or two here and there. I'm not going to start collecting a whole bunch of stuff I don't know. But I am picking up newer horror movies, newer releases now, so that's the point where my collection is at. Most of the old stuff I already have. Granted, I'm never going to have all the old movies, all the old zombie movies and stuff. These are just so many. So this year, I'm just getting caught up in here with those movies on my list, and yeah, I was saying something about the Toronto stores. I don't know where the donation stores are there, like Goodwill and all, so I'll have to look that up, because I might go there next year. Maybe try to get out to a flea market or something, but our flea market doesn't carry movies much, so only thing I know, the old flea market might carry records and music. So I might want to check them out. Probably not this year, maybe end of the year, we'll see how things go, or next year. I'll do that. Depending on what I find locally, if I can find 2, 3, 4, 5 things locally, then that'll be a good day. If I find like 1 or 2 things, then I'm going to have to get something else somewhere. Because it's really hard to find horror movies in my area. The thrifting is a lot better in the USA for some reason, or other countries. But in Canada, you get one thing here and there. It's really hard to find horror movies. But I'll give a quick look around what I've been trying to build up my Atari games and my Pearl Jam albums, and try to get what I can for Dolly. A couple I don't have yet, so I'm going to have to probably on record, try to get more. I'm not going to do much for toys yet this year, but I'm going to come back into my game collecting, a couple of good games in there. And then try to get more for cartoon over here. I've been building up on Goosebumps. Still need to get more for Simpsons, South Park, and anytime I can find something for Dolly, whether it's on VHS or DVD on her movies, or an old movie on VHS, I'll try to, but If I can find one movie over the summer, I think that's going to be it. I'm not going to find one every week. Like some people find good stuff all the time because they go to flea markets and all that. But our stores only get something once in a while. It's mostly Western, comedy, or a Disney movie. So once in a while a better title will come in, but it's very hard. So even music's hard to get. Anything I could get for music. Didn't find a lot of Scooby-Doo beginning of the summer, so I think I got all of them now. Building up another TV shows as well. Then the Disney's here. Wizard of Oz is the one I remember when I was younger. So let's give you a brief little look, not a whole lot. As long as I get a good amount of snacks and pop, then end of the month I should be able to at least buy one older horror movie or something. Try and come into those older horror movies as well. Witchcraft movies, ghost movies. I tend to put them in this area, a little bit there, and build up on my TV shows. So, still hunting for a few TV shows. I still need to get more Thundercats. I'm okay. Building up a little smaller TV shows. Smallville's complete. So, Night Court came in. So, little stuff like that. I need to go through those TV shows, all the Star Trek. Watched Star Trek quite a bit, so I wanted to have them all. Slowly watching Doctor Who and Walking Dead a little bit more now. And Friday the 13th and whatever else. And I don't need all the new releases, Halloween, new boxes. I'm fine with what I have. But if I come across them,